told y'all this shit is cooking. This shit is cooking. Goddamn smoke detectors coming off now. They sounding off. Alright, look. I love this shit, man, cause this shit is fun. Breaking this shit down. But it has its ups and its downs because you run into dumb ass niggas. And I got to say, that's what I hate. I hate dumb shit, dumb motherfuckers, dumb ideas, period. Anything that's not intelligent, intuitive, I don't want anything to do with it. Now, I told y'all in one of my other videos that I was going to go through the Bible and start from the beginning. And I am, but right now, I got something better in mind. We gonna get to the Bible right now, but I'm not gonna start at the beginning today. I'm just gonna talk about a specific message and why all these motherfuckers think that Jesus rose from the goddamn dead. And we know that goddamn verse in Corinthians. I'm about to pull it up because, like I told y'all, I said I got 5 different versions of the Bible. 5. Now, since I dropped that, I ended up getting another one. But the thing is, I misplaced it, so I don't have that one right now. But I still got the King James right here in my hand. The New Testament, Psalms, Proverbs, the New Testament, Psalms, and the thinking of you, the Gideons. I got Every Man's Bible. Your word is a lamp to guide my feet and a light for my path. Psalms 11:9 and 105 is what they got the verse on there. And then I got the MacArthur Study Bible, updated NASB. You might ask why I got all these goddamn Bibles, because at one point I was a goddamn Christian, just as dumb as any other motherfucking religious person. Just as gullible and uninformed as any other religious person. And notice I said religious person, period, not just Christians. But we gonna get on Christians today. And whoever the fuck else reads from this weak ass Bible, Muslims, Catholics, etc. But we just focusing in on Christians today. Now, according to 1 Corinthians, verse 14, and if Christ be not risen, King James, and if Christ be not risen, then our preaching is vain, and your faith is also vain. Yeah, and we are found false witnesses of God, because we have testified of God that he raised up Christ, whom he raised not up, if so be that the dead rise not. For if the dead rise not, then is not Christ raised. And if Christ be not raised, your faith again is vain. Ye are yet in your sins. So they basically trying to tell your ass right there, clear as day, if Christ did not goddamn rise, then everything you motherfucking believe is bullshit. And I'm about to show you where the goddamn Bible tells you that the motherfucking shit is bullshit. Because motherfuckers don't even know why you believe that Christ rose in the first place. For one, think about how stupid that shit is. You think a fucking person can die, get their motherfucking ass whipped, beat down, hung up on a weak ass cross, and put in the tomb after they put some 3 nails in him. They hit it, they punctured his hand, his other hand, and his feet with 3 weak ass nails, and that supposedly killed his ass. And when you hung up on the cross with 2 goddamn thieves, And after 3 days, you believe this nigga rose from the goddamn dead and then went into heaven. To heaven. Not even heaven. Heaven. You believe that shit? Alright. Just put that thought on pause real quick. Now, the reason that motherfuckers believe this shit, like I say, if you know, you know. It's from the mind of the Pauline epistle. The apostle Paul. Yeah, if you turn to Romans 2:16, we gonna see what the fuck Paul got to say. In the day when God will judge the secrets of men by Jesus Christ, according to my gospel. The motherfucker is telling you who the fuck is this shit is coming from. It's coming from Paul. That's what that nigga just said. So let's go to Romans 16, 2:16 and 25. Or Romans 16 and 25. Chapter 16. Romans chapter 16. Y'all hear me? Shuffling through this shit. So look. Romans 16, verse 25. He gonna say the same shit again. Now, to him who is able to establish you according to my gospel and the preaching of Jesus Christ, according to the revelation of the mystery kept secret since the world began. So, again, the nigga's telling you. It's according to his motherfucking gospel. He's the one telling you what the fuck is the word of Jesus is. You understand that shit? So, we gonna keep it going. This shit is about to break down real motherfucking quick. Cause now we going to Timothy. We about to go to Timothy and see what motherfuckers gotta say in Timothy. Or really, it should be seeing what the fuck Timothy gotta say. But we know that ain't no motherfucker named Timothy wrote no motherfucking Bible. Or nothing in no motherfucking Bible. So here we are. Timothy. 2 Timothy, verse 8. Remember that Jesus Christ of the seed of David was raised from the dead according to my gospel. This is what the fuck Paul is saying. He's the one telling you that Jesus rose from the goddamn dead. Now, let's look at motherfucking Corinthians 2:16. The same motherfucker. The same motherfucker Paul talking. You could hear what I'm calling out the goddamn verses so you can follow along too. You hear me? So we in 2 Corinthians 12 through 16. Make sure we on the right page. Alright. 1 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 16. 2 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 16. Here we go. But be that as it may, I did not burden you. Nevertheless, being crafty, I caught you by cunning deceit. This motherfucker here, cunning, means deceit. Crafty, he's telling you that he created this motherfucking story to fucking catch your ass with crafty cunningness. Now, if you don't understand that shit, in other motherfucking versions of the Bible, it says deceit. This shit says, now, you know what? I just read one version of you. I'm gonna pull up another version right here, and we just gonna see what the fuck this shit says. I just read to you out of the goddamn Psalms right there. So now we're gonna go to King James and see what the fuck King James has to say. Because for one, if you reading out of King James, we know you are fucking clueless. And if you don't know who King James is and all the shit that he was doing, then you just so far behind that it might not be enough time for your ass to catch up. The people that's actually awake out here, we might not even be able to help your ass if you still believing in the goddamn King James doctrine. So let me pull this shit up. Now, before I get to that, look at this. This is why I do like Google, because Google lets you break shit down in a very commonsensical way that anybody with common sense can pick up certain shit. And the people who can't, you can go look into that shit deeper for yourself, or just let the shit go, because everything ain't for everybody. Now, you look at this motherfucking picture here. It says, how much of the Bible have you personally read? Now, this is just a tally of the motherfuckers they did it to, but as we can see, the least amount of motherfuckers in this whole group is the people who read the Bible full all the way through more than once. So, we know that the least amount of motherfuckers in the goddamn Christian or any type of biblical literature, those motherfuckers are not very common. There's only a very small, like you see, 9% of people who can even say that they're actually well read on the Bible. Because if you ain't even read the shit through more than once, you know how many motherfuckers I can read a goddamn book now, and if how many motherfucking pages in the Bible, that shit can be 50 pages, and I'm gonna have to go back through and reread the shit, because there's shit that you're just gonna leave out. So if you don't understand that shit, then you a motherfucking fool ass clown. Once again, you 9% right here. So more than likely you taking advice from a motherfucker who ain't even read the goddamn Bible all the way through or read the shit through all the way more than once. Because all of it is only 11%. So shit, the chances of you even interacting with a motherfucker who read the fucking Bible all the way through is motherfucking 20%. You got a 20% chance of actually coming across a motherfucker who read the fucking Bible all the way through. And that shit is fucking comedy. Because all these motherfuckers out here believe in this shit so wholeheartedly, and they don't even take the goddamn time to read the shit. And they don't even take advice from people who actually read the shit more than once. Because just said you can't read that motherfucker one time and tell me you know everything about that motherfucker. No motherfucking way. Your ass is a fool. And you a goddamn bigger fool for listening to a motherfucker and your ass ain't even read the shit. I'm gonna have to make a part 2 to this shit, because this video getting too long, and I didn't went off, because I had to get to this shit, because y'all need to see this shit, because it's so goddamn, it's funny how niggas can really say that they believe in this shit and they don't even read the shit or take advice from niggas who do. Because the niggas who read this shit, that's another thing. This 9%, that's motherfuckers who don't believe the shit. And that's niggas like me who go back to find everything in that bitch to show you why not to believe in that shit. So kiss my ass if you want to keep believing in that shit. And I'm gonna see y'all ass on part 2 for sure. Most heightened. Oh shit.